Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and we are here to do just a quick unboxing of some planner supplies that I purchased from Christina Loves Planning and the Aesthetic Dollar. I still have some items coming in from Infinity Lotus and Cloth and Paper, so stay tuned for that. But this is the Christina Loves Planning order, and I'm super excited because I purchased a couple of new items and I just wanted to share that with you. So I decided that I am going to convert my A5 into just a A5 work planner. So a lot of the supplies is for a personal planner that I purchased from the Aesthetic Dollar. And so I knew that Christina Loves Planning has some acrylic dashboards, and so I decided to do that. And so I'm also going to show you how it looks inside of the planner, because you probably have already seen these items in the binder that she puts together. So this is my cash binder, and the bookmark, acrylic bookmark that I got is this one right here. And I absolutely love it. I think it just gives it a cute little look, but also like very sophisticated. And then I also purchased some Post-its so that I can make notes. A lot of the Post-its that I use, I write notes for the teacher, and so that's why I decided to get more. And then this is her new acrylic dashboard that she came out with. It says plan, prioritize, and prosper. And then this is the dashboard, the visual dashboard that I got. I was very disappointed that I don't know if there was just no quality check there, but I obviously cannot use that for my dashboard, which kind of sucks because I wanted to use it for this planner. I wanted to switch out the coziness winter vibes and add in some summer vibes, and I cannot do that. So I'm probably gonna have to reach out and try to get a new one, which I'm really sad about because I have to wait, but it's okay. And then yeah, I'm really sad about the dashboard. But I did pick up some other acrylic dashboards that I got for the new planner that I purchased, and I'm excited to get those in. But I cannot put that planner together because my Infinity Lotus inserts have not come in, so I will do a separate video on putting my new personal planner together. But this is also the Aesthetic Dollar purchases that I've made, and shipping did not take too long. It probably took a week for my order to come in, or a week and a half, so it wasn't a big wait. And I did make a pretty large purchase with the Aesthetic Dollar, and so I know that a lot of her items are expensive, but I like the quality, so I was, pretty content with choosing the planner that I wanted to purchase from this shop instead of others. So for this order, I purchased this coin pouch for my bag, and I got it in this green color, which that's my favorite color, as you can see, but also it's perfect. It's the perfect size if you're just wanting to put some coins in or just other knickknacks. But in this case, I will be using them for coins since I have been utilizing my cash binder. And then she included these cute planner cards, which I really loved as well. So I love that. And then also a savings challenge card, which I don't think I'm going to use anytime soon, but I love it. And then this is the main order that I wanted to do with her. So it's the non-tabbed cash envelopes. I was looking for tabbed cash envelopes, but I saw that they weren't in stock. So I decided to settle for these, but I'm actually really content with just how they look, how they feel, and the fact that I'm going to customize them. So that is primarily the reason why I decided to purchase from her shop, because I saw that she had stickers that I can customize my envelopes. And you all know that I love the setup that I got with Christina Loves Planning, but there are some categories that I just don't use, and it looks weird when I take those categories out because then I have dividers missing. So I figured, you know what? Having no dividers is going to be the best route to go. So this was a good little surprise that, you know, her items weren't in stock, or else I would have purchased the divider version. But this is the envelopes, and then I'm going to show you the planner that I purchased, and this is from the Sophie collection. I love the color, and I was going back and forth because I really wanted to get like that green version that she had also, but I decided to go with just the neutral brown earthy color, and this is going to be my main personal planner that I carry with me in my bag. So all of the planner inserts that I purchase, it's going to be like for reading, for my doctor's appointments, for my visits. And that is because I removed all of those sections from my work planner, which after my unboxing video, you'll see how I reorganize my planner. But this is the beautiful binder that I purchased from Aesthetic Dollar, and I absolutely love the quality. I love how it looks, and I'm excited to get these set up once my planner inserts come in. So yeah, this is what we got. And then I also purchased the cash envelope stickers that I mentioned. So that came in this order. She packed it up very nicely. The dashboard that I purchased from her shop, which after seeing the Christina Loves Planning dashboard, I was like, please don't let this other one be, you know, not hole punched correctly. But this one was hole punched right, and it is beautiful. It's definitely going to go with the theme, although I may go back and see if I get a different dashboard. Maybe. I don't know. I love the way it looks, but now I'm wondering, with the color being a little bit darker, going with a different route. But I love it. Either way, I'm very happy with my purchases. And yeah, I just can't wait to get my planner or my planner inserts in. And then this is the last binder or purchase that I got from the Aesthetic Dollar. So I almost purchased something similar with Christina Loves Planning, but I decided to go with the Aesthetic Dollar because I noticed that it's, you know, it's separate in a way. So it's the acrylic dashboard front and back, and then it comes with the rings, which I got in black. And this does come off, so I know that it looks very just off right now, but it has a clear film front and back that you need to remove, and that is just to protect the acrylic as, you know, it's being shipped or when it's made. But I am going to use this acrylic dashboard, which is in the size A5, and I'm going to use it as my main work planner, which you will see in this next video. And so this is and it really doesn't matter which one is front or back because they're both the same, but this is what it's going to look like. So I am excited to move away from a combined work and home planner because my A5 is the perfect size for work, but I'm noticing now that I've been taking my cash binder along with me that probably sticking with the personal planner will work best for my not only day-to-day life, but also my bag that I use. And so right now I have all of my supplies in one bag, which is a tote bag that I've been using, which is a combination of like diaper supplies plus, you know, my wallet. So I need to just fix that. And yeah, this is what we got from the shipment that we received this past weekend. So love it, excited. What do y'all think? And now that y'all know where I'm going with the direction of my different planners, welcome to the reset with me part. This is week 1 of May. So wow, I can't believe that we are already in May. But this is the acrylic dashboard that I mentioned from the Aesthetic Dollar, and it is so beautiful. I did not realize just how useful this, planner was going to be, but I love it because I finally condensed all of the different sections that I will need for just work. And then I removed all of the different home planner inserts. And so I will have to customize some of those for the personal planner, but like I said, I did purchase some Infinity Lotus planner inserts that'll just accommodate the new planner. And for work, I actually designed two different planner inserts that are specifically for like an IT help desk, which is what we use as Freshdesk tickets, and then also for JIRA, which is a planet. It is a project management system. So you're going to see that a little bit later, but I still kept my acrylic insert for this planner, and everything is the same. All I did was rearrange the dividers, but the first section will always still be my schedule, so that stays there. And I went ahead and already planned ahead of this video just so I can take a little bit of time to show you all some of the different sections. But this is this week's calendar or this week's schedule. I do have several meetings, but for the most part, I will be out of office on Thursday for a doctor's appointment in Houston. And then I may have some weekend work, which ended up happening this past weekend as well. So yeah, it's a little bit hectic right now on the business intelligence team, but I also went to my local Walmart and checked out the supplies and ended up purchasing this with like my personal fund. I love it. The mild liners have always been one of my favorites. Oh, Jesus. That's so funny because usually I have it on my desk and I think my daughter probably put it in my bag, but Jesus, we will put you back on the desk. But the mild liners that I have been using, I think I purchased the pack about 2 years ago and they're still going pretty strong. So I always think it's a perfect purchase for any type of planner if you're trying to highlight, but Sharpie makes their own highlighters. I know that the Zebra Color Dot also makes their own highlighters, so you have a lot of options out there. For this week, I am just going to take some time to reorganize myself. I have realized that I have been internally stressing out, not just because of the caregiver burnout that I've been experiencing lately, but I feel like now that we have some type of project management on the BI team, we just got a new employee that'll be helping out with the Power BI reports. We need to take some time to just review the projects. And that is my focus for this week. Yes, I will be working on projects that need quick, updates, but I would like to take time this week to just really organize myself and figure out how I can provide visibility to stakeholders and also for stakeholders to be able to request new reports from us. So that is in the works. And this week is just that's the intention. Let's just reorganize ourselves so that we can get ready for the new fiscal year, which is in August. So it's not that far away. I feel like my planner looks a little sad now that I'm not adding any of the home life in here, but I think that is okay. I think we need to just, let the planner focus for just work. And as I mentioned, I am moving a lot of my home items to the new planner, but oftentimes throughout the week, I have to jot down notes. I have to scribble some scratch notes. And so I think that can possibly be moved over here. Whether that be a post-it note that I add on top of the planner, I think will be okay. But we also have our inbox planner insert here in this A5 planner. And so I think I just need to shift some of the processes that I was doing outside of the workstation to inside of this, you know, agenda. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word because I keep on saying planner, but it really is like my work agenda, work planner that I'm trying to encompass every single type of area, right? So the first divider will concentrate on just my schedule, and you'll see here that that'll be my weekly. I'm still not sure if I want to do daily. I feel like that is too much mental stress on myself as far as tracking every little single item, because I do a lot of that already on my project management system, which is the JIRA. But with AI just becoming a big focus at our company, I'm really trying to keep a lot of the notes, a lot of the documentation on my Microsoft, you know, space. Why? Because I have automated different tools to be able to like, hey, pull all of these different applications and give me the top 3 priorities for this week, right? Or let's go ahead and design a full, you know, Power BI report or documentation or a guide that I can send over for stakeholders. So adding my scratch notes is okay on this agenda, but a lot of the detailed project comments or descriptions or related tasks are still going to be very much digital. And that is because I have to answer to stakeholders. That is because I have to go back and check in with them and see like, hey, what other things are still pending. Some of the projects, I'm also a collaborator, so I need the other collaborators to be able to view what I have already completed. So that is the direction of where I'm going with this work planner. But I am excited to keep this just on my desk, make sure that it stays there, open it up every week to just, you know, do a little refresh, a reset, but keep a lot of the items for home on a totally different planner. So that is going to be the goal for the next month, so that I can just reset my thinking and really just separate work and home life. I've just been trying to find out different ways on how I can manage my stress. Lately, I've been noticing that I've just been getting completely burnt out, and that is just because, you know, I am the primary caregiver for my son, and so heading to these doctor's appointments, it's a lot. Talking to these doctors and just jotting down everything that I need to share with them is a lot of work. And on top of that, you know, we have our daughter who's in elementary. She's got all of these projects going on. She just made the swim team. And so it's just, you know, like as a mom, it's a lot. So I also shared with y'all, I believe 2 weeks ago, my mom command center, and that has been working really well. But I realized that after I designed it, it was just a focus for me. And so I had to shift it into a different way so that I can automate some of the things and then also share that, you know, responsibility with my husband. So he's been a pretty big help in trying to relieve some of the stress that I have. So that's also going to be shifting on our side. But I still really love the Notion command center that I made, and I may continue to find some use for it. Like if I just want to, you know, jot down some things that need to happen. But I have been looking into other family organizers, especially in our case, right? I think it would be a big help. So yeah, let's just take a little break there. But I added my habit tracking on this week. That still includes all of my Power BI monitoring, my JIRA tasks, my Freshdesk tickets, and then just a quick note on my lunch, or at least some ideas for lunch. And then I think that is good for this week. So for the second divider, this is going to be all of my task planner inserts. So this one's by Poi & Hun, which I do love this template. And what I like to do is just add things that I'm working on for the week. So last week we were working on an HR KPI report, and I do have some pending items that I'll have to finish this week, which is just the documentation portion. But all of this is live, and I'm happy to close out that project and get it, you know, just completed and off my task. But now I am working on a new project. So that will be added to my tasks. And what I like to do about this template is add the main task, which is like, you know, in this case, the worker compensation report that I'm working on, and then segregate all the different things that I need to do for that particular task. And that has been pretty helpful to just visualize all the different steps that I need, what other items I need to do to just fully close out that project, you know, and that will stay like this. And then this is the new template that I was talking about. I made a Freshdesk tickets planner insert where I'm going to add in all the Freshdesk tickets that come in. That is it. Then the next one that I designed was a JIRA tickets planner insert. And this is more project based. So the 2 pages back and forth will include the one single project and then all the different dependencies that I have for it. So in this case, any blockers, any next steps, any schema or data tables that I have to take into consideration, action items, and follow-ups. So that is this template, which you'll be surprised to know that all of this stuff, I still track it digitally, but when I'm meeting with them, with the stakeholder, it's good to just kind of put things on pen and paper, and that's what I'm going to do here. So every single page will be its own JIRA issue, and yeah, so this is the new template that I designed. I am going to do just a walkthrough also of how to design a planner insert. I do have a video on my channel, but it's been a hot minute since I've, you know, done a refresh. And when I was working on this one, I noticed that there are some things that you can just pull a template from and just modify. So, you know, now Canva is just much more advanced than it was, you know, 2 years ago. So there's always that. But I'm pretty pleased with both templates that I designed. I basically did it in an afternoon, so it did not take that long. And now I finally printed it on my paper. And this is a already pre-cut A5 planner sheet or paper size. So I just purchased the paper from Amazon and then put it in my printer and then just print it out. So yeah, did not take much steps here. I know my personal planners, I've always like tried to cut them after the fact of printing, but you know, I'm pretty sure they make the sheets that you can already pre-cut and, you know, print. The last divider here is going to be my inbox, and so here I'm going to add different sections as well of like items that just kind of come up during meetings or during our BI team meeting. And I'm going to add the main category of what the inbox is related and then what I need to do for that item. So if in this case, I'm gonna just add the compliance notifications. We went live with a certain process, and after certain emails that were exchanged, I have to go back and set up a call, make some modifications. And so this is just basically like a little brainstorming, but also of things I do need to do and fix / get confirmation on for this week. So that is what the inbox is. I know that other people like to use the inbox, especially like in a personal setting, right? It's literally notes. You go in, write a note, and that is it. Check it off once it's completed. In this case, I am doing the exact same thing, but just, you know, adding it in my inbox. And yeah, that is it for this week, y'all. I am so happy that you were able to, you know, enjoy this unboxing video, but also kind of see some of the new process changes that I'm doing here with my work A5 planner. And I hope that it was helpful. And yeah, everything that I purchased will be linked in the description box if you are interested. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.